Premier Health's CareFlight choppers can now do something no other medical helicopters can do here in Ohio. They can now give patients whole blood transfusions. CareFlight's medical director told WHIO TV tonight this took 2 years of training, classes, and regulatory approval.
We think it's important. We don't want to slow down transport. We want to get those seriously injured people to Miami Valley Hospital.
CareFlight said it will do transfusions on patients who have lost a lot of blood. It said having whole blood units instead of just plasma or platelets improves badly injured patients' chances of survival. Around the world, only 100 other air ambulance units can do what CareFlight does.
And now, your Storm Center 7 forecast with Chief Meteorologist McCall Vrydaghs.
Sounds like we have some wind on the way, don't we, McCall?
Yeah, wind. We're going to be warm, then that wind's going to switch around, and it's going to be cold, and some rain as well, McCall.
Yeah, a mixture.
I mean, you don't need me now, James. You just can go for it.
James the meteorologist.
No. She's the expert. I just listen to what she says.
I'm glad you pay attention, James, because there's a lot that's happening in this forecast. You really need to listen in as to the timing of when all of this is going to happen. We will first deal with the winds kicking up, then we get the warm temperatures, and then the rain is expected to follow. So here we are breaking down the forecast for you. As I mentioned, we're going to be dealing with some gusty winds first. Some winds gusting close to 40 or 45 miles per hour on Wednesday. We have a wind advisory that will go into effect at 4 a.m. because of that potential of gusty winds. Then Thursday, it will still be windy, but then we add in the threat for possibility of flooding. We will have hours upon hours of rainfall that will be steady and heavy at times, plus recent snow melt, and honestly still have some frozen ground underneath that first layer of the surface. So there's not a lot of place for the water to be absorbed. So the flooding threat is going to be a bit increased. And then on Friday, it will be drier, but it is going to be colder with some temperatures dropping back into the 30s for highs. There is a wind advisory, as I told you, going to effect at 4 o'clock tomorrow morning. It will last until 7 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. Might see that extended into Thursday. We'll have to wait and see what the Weather Service decides in the next 24 hours. Here's a look outside right now in Troy, and you can see the flag blowing in those winds that I showed you about 10 minutes ago, gusting over 20 miles per hour already in a few locations. Clouds are already beginning to fill in for us. We're becoming overcast now, but still dry. That system that brings us the rain still well off to our west. You can see coming across the Rockies, pretty disorganized at this point in time. But once it gets to the east side, we're going to see an upper level low that's going to pinwheel eastward. We'll gather some moisture from the Gulf. All of that together is going to bring about that threat for rain by the end of the week. All right, let me take you through hour by hour here on Futurecast. Starting out tomorrow morning, here's 8 o'clock in the morning. We have cloud cover moving in now. It will be overcast to start the day. Through the afternoon, a few sprinkles may pass on by at 4 p.m. So if you're out later in the day, might want a jacket with a hood on it in case those showers move through. Umbrella probably not the best idea with those gusty winds. Tomorrow night, steadier rain is approaching from the northwest. It will spread into the area, and by daybreak on Thursday, we're in the thick of it. And you can see some yellow and orange on our Futurecast indicating the rain will be heavy at times. So visibility will drop off for that morning drive, adding in those gusty winds. Not the best conditions, so give yourself a little extra time to get to work or school Thursday morning. By Thursday afternoon, that cold air starts to undercut the warm air in place. So we may start to see a changeover to a little bit of some wintry precipitation in the form of snow, wet snow, and then eventually a few flurries and snow showers heading into your Thursday night. Right now, I don't see much in the way of accumulation, but we'll watch out for that possibility in the next 12 to 24 hours as we forecast ahead. All right, here's the wind gust for tomorrow. Notice for the afternoon, 35 to 40 miles per hour. That's timing for those gusty winds, 2 in the afternoon through about 6, 7 o'clock. And then we get into Thursday, still pretty gusty there in the morning. When the front actually comes through, we will see some enhanced wind gusts there as well. As far as rainfall estimates, we're talking half an inch to upwards of 1.5 inches. Again, on top of that recent snow melt. That's why we have that flooding threat around Thursday. Flood watch already issued for Randolph County. You may see that expanded for the rest of us. We're drier heading into the weekend, and then temperatures will warm back up into early next week.
New York investigators just found this little girl in a secret room under a staircase. They said her biological mother, father, and grandfather kidnapped her 2 years ago, and that's where she was. Look at that.
Awful.
Investigators had to remove planks to get to the little girl. They described the enclosure as dark and wet. Police said they found the child's biological mother in that same space. Investigators searched the home before but never had full access. The girl is now 6 years old and tonight is back with her legal guardian and older sister.
It does stink. And she said this has been a problem in parts of Greene County for years. What she said is to blame, and what two communities are ready to do to address this issue.